Hi there, I'm Katie, and I love baseball. So Rob Manfred has a bee in his bonnet about pace of play. He thinks MLB is losing ground to other sports. And I agree. The MLB is losing ground to other sports. Fewer and fewer young people are watching baseball. And let's be honest, once the old guys die, you need the next generation of fans to come in. So what is he proposing to do about it? Right now, it looks like the commissioner is talking about two options. Number one is eliminating the intentional walk. Oh, sure, you can still send the slugger on a stroll to first base. You just no longer have to have the catcher standing off to the side of the batter for 4 pitches. I'm in support of this. And this isn't a pace of play thing. It's just a, God, that's stupid thing. I mean, we all know what the point is. Just tell them to take the base already, right? So yes, I'm in support of eliminating the intentional walk, or making the intentional walk more of an here you go, sir, as opposed to a really awkward and sort of embarrassing 4-pitch admission that you're a little bit scared of the guy's bat. His second proposal, though, sucks. Manfred wants to change the strike zone. Now, there's a lot of problems with this. First of all, I feel you, pitchers. I wouldn't want someone changing the strike zone on me either. He basically wants to raise it 2 inches. Right now, the bottom of the strike zone is officially the hollow below the kneecap. He wants to move it to essentially above the kneecap, so top of the knee, which on my body, it's about that far. That's pretty substantial. That is, roughly speaking, 2 inches. That's a big change for the strike zone. And you have to imagine that for pitchers who are mid-career, that's a big adjustment. The real problem, though, is umpiring. Well, there's a couple real problems, but the strike zone problem is that the strike zone has gotten lower and lower and lower. But the smarter thing to do if you want to fix the problem with low strikes would be to get rid of human error. Because Manfred seems to have this idea, and a lot of people around baseball do, that games are too long. That's not the problem. The problem is, it is really hard to be a baseball fan. Wait, what? How is it hard to be a baseball fan, right? I mean, I've successfully managed it for years now, and you have too, I assume. Otherwise, thanks for watching a video about something you don't care about. It's really hard to be a fan. Okay, let's imagine you're an NFL fan. You have a team. Let's say you're a fan of the Patriots. You know that they're going to play 1 game a week. You know that they're going to play 16 games in 17 weeks. That's right, isn't it? Confession, I don't watch the NFL, so I might have dumbed this down a bit. In the playoffs, they're going to play a game. And if they win, they get to go play another game. And then there's the Super Bowl, which is 1 game. Say you're a Boston Red Sox fan. The Patriots will maybe play twice against teams in their division. They'll play a home game and an away game. The Boston Red Sox are going to play 162 games in 180 days. They will play 12 games against the teams in the AL East division. 12, I think. I'm pretty sure. 99% sure? More than that. I just counted. They're playing the Blue Jays a lot. But so you're going to play more than a dozen games against teams in your division. Some will be home, some will be away. They tend to come in 3-game series. So now you're looking at about 5 series of 3 games each. And 162 games in 180 days is a lot. That's not sitting down with a beer and your buddies and some nachos once a week for appointment viewing. And once you realize that you're probably not going to watch every game, you're going to watch a couple games. And then, well, you didn't see the game last week. Does it really matter if you watch a game this week? It becomes so much easier to follow your team on an app. It's just too much time. Being a baseball fan becomes your only hobby. People ask me what I do for fun in the summer, and my answer is, I watch baseball. And they say, oh, well, what else do you do? And I say, I watch more baseball. And they say, well, when you're not watching baseball, I say, well, that's like 18 days in 6 months, so I'm probably at the liquor store buying beer for when I watch baseball. It's a lot of baseball. And with social media and the internet the way it is, people want to be a fan. Look at the jerseys in ballparks. It used to be a couple people wore a jersey to a game. Now it's everyone. It's insane. To add to that, when you get to the playoffs, you don't watch one game and they continue. There could be 5. There could be 7. It's too many games. And I know that no one in Major League Baseball is sitting there going, you know what we're going to do? We're going to cut the schedule by half. We're going to decrease the number of times teams play their division. No one's going to do that because this is the way it's always been done. And if you have fewer games, you can charge less to your sponsors. Except wait. I feel somehow like the NFL might charge just as much for fewer games. The NFL has made it easy to be a fan, to never have to miss your team play. And when you watch every game, you feel invested in the team. But right now, in MLB, that's limited to crazy diehards and people with nothing else to do. And people like me who are a really unfortunate combination of both. So whatever Manfred does, if he decreases playing time by 15 minutes by taking out the intentional walk, or maybe he puts a time clock on pitchers, or maybe he limits the number of visits to the mound, or says you cannot switch out a pitcher every batter. Your pitcher has to finish the inning or face 3 batters, whichever one comes first before you can get rid of him. Please, can we have that rule? Whatever Manfred does, it's not going to address the larger problem. People want to be a fan. They want to be immersed in the experience. They want to follow their team. They want to live and die every game. But nobody can do that every day for 6 months without losing their job and their sanity. So please, let's get real. Removing the intentional walk or changing the strike zone is not going to fix baseball's problems. They won't fix baseball's real problem, which is so rooted in tradition that it'll be impossible to change. They'll make minor tweaks and they'll continue on because there's just enough fans to keep going. But remember, baseball, as you make a change, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. What do you think about pace of play? Let me know in the comments below. If you like what you see, subscribe and check out my other videos. This shirt's not personal, Manfred. Don't get your knickers in a knot. Everyone loves you. You're better than Bud Selig. Anybody's better than Bud.